Here with Lars Andersson, the head coach of UNCP women's soccer. Coach, a 4-2 win yesterday. What was your biggest takeaway from that game, other than how nice it is to get win number 1 under your belt this season?
Well, that's the obvious one, but we're not used to finding ourselves in an 0-3 start. So I think we were a little bit mentally fragile, and it was good to get a win under our belt, get back to where this program normally is, which is obviously on a winning track. So I think the biggest takeaway was just getting a win, getting back on track, and knowing that what we knew in preseason, when we're healthy, we're a good team. And I think we needed this a little bit just to kind of put our ego back together, put our feelings back together. It was a must-win game for us. I know that's a cliche. Coaches always talk about must-win games, but it really felt like if we were going to progress and get back on track, we needed to win this game.
Your team is playing 4 games in 7 days this week. Can you tell some of the challenges and also the benefits of doing that early in the season?
Well, I want to know who's doing the scheduling around here. No, on a serious note, hindsight is 20/20, and I've always said that when I make a mistake, I'll be the first one to step up and say, "My bad, that's on me." Looking back at the event in Savannah at the Pirates shootout, was it a good idea to start the season playing the last year's number one team in NAIA and one of the top 10 teams in NCAA Division II in the country last year to start off the season? Could I do it over again? Maybe not. I'm a little stubborn here. I'm not going to go all in and say that it was a bad idea because I think it can benefit us down the road. And obviously I couldn't predict that we were going to go into those games with some injuries and some banged up players, but maybe not something I'll do again, but I'm certainly going to learn from it.
Now, obviously winning PBC games is important, but what does it mean to the program to win non-conference games against in-state opponents like you did against Pfeiffer yesterday?
Well, if you can figure out the NCAA selection formula, then you're a smarter man than I am. But we have made it obviously twice as an at-large, and we're told by the selection committee. We had a year, and I won't mention which year it was, but we had a year where I was very, very disappointed that we didn't make it. So I sought some advice, and I've been told that strength of schedule is very important. And obviously out-of-conference region wins are important, so hence the Pfeiffer win becomes important. But yes, obviously conference games are more important than anything else because we have an AQ. Unlike the men who do not have an AQ, we have an AQ winner for our conference tournament. And getting into the conference tournament is step one, and then winning it is step two, something that we have not done. We've been in the finals before, we've been in the semifinals many, many times, but we've never won the tournament. So there's really 2 ways you can obviously get into the national tournament, either as an AQ or on the strength of schedule as an at-large. So all games are important, but I think conference games have just a little extra added bonus to them.
You play that first conference game tomorrow against Georgia Southwestern. It's a team UNCP has recently dominated. What is your message to your team to keep them focused for game number 1 in conference play?
Well, I think we play in the best D2 conference in the country, and I don't think there are any gimmies in this conference. If you walk into that game thinking just because we've dominated in the past that you're going to win it, then I think you're a fool. Case in point, many years ago, Kennesaw was the first-year team. They rolled into town here, and I thought, this is a sure W. They're a first-year team. They stepped off the bus, and they had 26 transfers and 1 true freshman and beat us, I believe, 2-1. And I think my takeaway from that was, this is college soccer. What you did last year is completely irrelevant. Teams can change with the addition of 4 or 5 players. So we make no assumptions. We know that it's a PBC game, and that if we're not prepared, if we're not ready for it, we will not be successful. And the players know that.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck tomorrow. That's Lars Andersson, the head coach of UNCP women's soccer. They take on Georgia Southwestern Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Here with Phil Hindson, head soccer coach of the men's team at UNCP. Coach, last time out was a tough one, a 5-0 loss to a top 25 Wingate squad. What did you take away from that outing?
I took away we got to defend better. We got to defend better. We got to, do the little things better, because that was the key to it. We started out very well, but made a couple of individual mistakes, and that led to 1 to 2 to 3, and then before that, we got overwhelmed and panic sets in, and then before you know it, it's 5. So they're definitely not that much better than we are. They played well, but we contributed a lot to it. So we addressed a lot of things yesterday. We'll do the same today, and hopefully get a much better performance on Saturday.
In that match, 9 saves for Kenneth Perkinson, which matched a career high. What does he bring to your defensive effort?
He's very steady, very consistent. To be honest, he made 2 very, very good saves. The rest of them were just, simple things that were hit straight at him. But almost everything that they hit was, obviously the ones they scored. 3 of them at least were top class strikes. But he's a very consistent goalkeeper, a very good leader. So we're very fortunate to have him.
Turning our attention forward now, the conference opener on Saturday. Based on what you've seen so far from your team, tell us 1 or 2 points of emphasis for the Braves as conference play gets started.
I think just we've got to improve our speed of play. That's something an area that has to get faster. We've done okay in the first couple of games, and the first 10-12 minutes against Wingate was good, but our speed of play has got to be better. But the biggest thing for me, as always, is defensively we've got to be stronger. We've got to put teams under more pressure, make it more difficult for them, recover faster. So these are the main emphasis, points that we'll be emphasizing over the next couple of days.
Finally, your opponent on Saturday, Georgia Southwestern. It's a team that beat you last year in a pretty bizarre contest. What do you know about them, and how does your history against them help inform your preparation?
He's a very good coach, Warren. It's not the easiest of situations he has down there, but he does a lot with what he has. So it's going to be a difficult game, and last year was, the lightning delays, the rain delays was not easy, but they beat us, and they deserve to beat us. So we've got to make sure we're prepared, we're ready, and come out and hopefully get a good performance and win.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck on Saturday. That's UNCP men's head soccer coach Phil Hindson. The Braves host Georgia Southwestern Saturday at 3:30 p.m.